afternoon, everyone. My name is Joe Maffey, 123survive.com, home of the Combat Nation and the Integrated Martial Development Center. Guys, I want to address something. There were a few comments made and a few postings on the forum regarding defending yourself against a knife attack. Right? That video was to show the nature of people when they are aggressively and willing to come at you and hurt you with a blade. All right? It wasn't the type of video where a guy has a knife and he's sort of swinging it around like the movies and he's saying, you know, give me your money or your life. That's not what I'm talking about, all right? What I'm talking about is a person who has it in his mind that he's going to come at you and stab you with this knife, all right? So you're not going to get any kind of cues or hints. It's just going to be a guy who's standing around who just comes at you and starts lunging and thrusting with this blade. Hey, look, I'm not disputing that a firearm is a better defense than empty hands. I'm not disputing that a gun is a better weapon to have than a knife. I'm not doing that, all right? When you pull out your gun and you point that, okay, that's giving you distance. So this is the superior weapon, all right? I'm not disputing that, guys. If you get the opportunity and you can pull out your firearm and use it, great, all right? This is just a regular revolver. This would work, okay? Would I rather have this? Yeah. Why? Because I have distance and I have spray. So even if I was stumbling back, I could still pull this off and take out an attacker coming at me with a knife. I'm not disputing that, guys. If you can do that, great. You're looking at the weapon opposed to the other weapon. Is this weapon in a certain range and for a certain reason better than some other weapon? Yeah, it is. We're not disputing that, okay? However, my point is that there'll be a time when you might not be able to pull out your gun. There'll be a time, unless you're walking around with your hand on your revolver or your hand on your sidearm, and you're just sitting here waiting for an attack. And if that attack comes, you can draw and go. All right? Other than that, if it's in your pocket or if it's holstered, you might have a difficult time getting that. That was my point. So there's a couple of ways people will attack you. I addressed that in my Sucker Punch video, my YouTube Sucker Punch video. Review that, all right? I'm going to show you one clip from that video, and what I want you to keep in mind is instead of me attacking this person empty-handed like you see on the video, imagine me holding this knife when I do it. All right. Obi. Obi. What you just saw was an assault, an ambush, right? That's what most knife attacks are like. Okay, if you look at any prison surveillance, it's just a guy holding the shank hidden behind them, and then he just comes at you, all right? That is the nature of the street animal, the desperate person that, and you're in his way, and he's trying to take you out. That's what it's like, all right? It's not the guy that's going to give you a heads up. He's coming at you with a knife, so you have all the time in the world to draw your gun out of your holster. I mean, even FBI statistics show that you need 21 feet to be able to stop someone coming at you. Now, I don't really agree with that statistic, only because most of the people that were doing that were law officers, and they had a double or triple tier retention holster, and it does take a little bit of time to get that thing out, all right? If you're just an average guy, you might just have something in your pocket or whatever, you might be able to cut down that time. But you're not going to be able to cut down the time if a guy is just going to attack you and you don't know it and you're not prepared for it, all right? So basically that's what I was showing you in this video, is that the nature of human beings and the way that they're going to attack you is very evil, and it's going to be explosive, all right? That's what that video was showing you. Are there ways to protect yourself or learn defense against this? There are. But you got to get it in your head that just because you're carrying a 357 doesn't mean that you're invincible. In a certain range, in a certain distance, yeah, you're going to be hard to get at, all right? But if someone is in close quarter with you and you don't know it, and he happens to have his weapon out, sort of like hidden behind him, and he just wants to come at you, you're going to get hurt. Now, I've done testing, all right, just to show you that I train in this stuff. 1 out of 3 assaults that come at me unexpected, I'm able to not get severely hurt, all right? The other 2 times, I either would have been dead or I would have been really bad hurt, really bad off. So 1 out of 3. And let me tell you something. A lot more has to do with luck than skill. So keep that in mind. My name is Joe Massey, 123survive.com, home of the Combat Nation, and we'll catch you next time.